Well, Lucky Lodge will have strong representation throughout the Bathurst Gold Crown Series, which commences next Wednesday. Caught up with Robert Morris to have a chat about those horses going to the Bathurst Carnival, along with the chances of Lucky Lodge on Saturday night here at Club Menangle. Well, before we have a look at Club Menangle on Saturday night, then going forward to Bathurst next week for the start of the carnival, one of the runs of the night here on Miracle Mile night was the effort of Porter Prince to finish third, coming from last behind Sicario and Jillaby Kung Fu.
Yeah, it was. We were sort of up in the air whether we started him again or not. That it was going to be 4 weeks in a row, but he just pulled up so good all the time, and he was bouncing out of his skin. And Keza sort of thought with the sort of the light horse being the free for all and the Miracle Mile, he might get into a sort of race where he can race a mini free for all, which it was. And we just wanted to see how he shaped up against him, and he definitely didn't disappoint for, I think, a horse that's an 83 Raider. He flashed home late, and he's going to be a horse for the future, that's for sure.
Well, so I was just going to ask, Robbie, he's the carousel winner. A run like that, could that be the making of him?
Definitely. I've always liked racing my horses against the better horses. One, makes them stronger, and two, if you handle them correctly and don't bottom them out, they can find the line. I think it does a hell of a lot for their confidence. So he'll be back here in sort of not this week, the week after. He'll be back in up to 95, I think, over a mile. So look for him there, but he'll just go through his grades now, and he's going to be a horse that's going to get better every time.
Well, horse from the stable deserving of a win in good company, as Pete said. So he goes around on Saturday night in race 5 up against the usual suspects: Stingray Tara, Outer Orlando, Mark Shard.
Yeah, he's just been a model of consistency. He'll race great again. He was probably a bit stiff on Saturday night in the light horse. I think I got it wrong turning for home. If I stayed the rail, he probably gets a run 888, didn't he? Runs third, but at the time where you've been bopping, just wasn't travelling to where I needed it to be. So I elected to come off the fence and probably cost him third or fourth, but that's racing. He got beat 5 or 6 metres. He's pulled up great. He was bouncing on the treadmill this morning, so Kez has done a super job with him, and he's just another example of the way Kerry places them through their preps. He's just got better all the time.
He's drawn out in 9, that's the reserve out. Robbie, what's the early plans from there?
Yeah, we'll just have to see. There's not too many times I go back on him, but just have to see. There's a little bit of speed underneath him with Stingray Tara and a few of them horses, so we'll just have to wait and see how it pans out. But he's I know it sounds silly, but he's probably back a little bit in grade this Saturday night, so we'll have to drive him a little bit positive and see where we get to.
Over to race 2, Daddy is coming off a couple of very determined wins at Penrith.
She's been a model of consistency at Penrith. She probably gets a good draws and darts around the rail good, but then say last Thursday night she went 54 around there, so she's going super. We're going to start stepping her into the Menangle grade a little bit in and out now, so she'll come into that grade really good. She won't disappoint anyone.
To the third last Tango in Heaven.
Going probably better than his numbers suggest. He's only had the 2 runs for us. He ran second in a 95 grade and then ran probably 7th or 8th in the free-for-all, but it was a 2,300 metre free-for-all where they just walked. They got home in 26 flat, and he actually got home in 26 flat himself. So he's had a fortnight between runs. He felt good this morning, so he'll run a forward showing there too.
Over to race 4, nicely drawn in Go 3 is also been going great guns at Newcastle and wasn't disgraced last time out.
Her quarters here last week, I think, with 27-2, 26-8. She just got shuffled back to last. She drew 10. They walk through the middle stages. If they can run along strong, she gets a nice little posse up close enough, she'll be hitting the line really good. What's
the best of them, Robbie?
A tricky night, but I've got to probably stick with my old favourite, Pete said so.
Yeah, it is a tricky night from Go to Woe. You had a drive here earlier, Razor Sharp. If he turns out half as good as his thoroughbred namesake, who was just a super sprinter, he's going to go a long way, but you're still trying to get out on him.
Yeah, he's a big horse and there was no gap for me. I sort of was a bit disappointed there. He sort of probably just lacked a little bit of the Menangle gate speed, but I'm sure that'll come to him, and probably got himself in a little bit of a tricky spot and we just couldn't get out of there. But he's really good. He's owned by a new group of syndicate people, and a couple of them are first-time clients to the stable, so they were really happy with him. I was wrapped with his run, and he'll be back here next Tuesday, and look for him to be in the winner's circle shortly.
Yeah, it's always nice to welcome new owners.
Yeah, it is. You know, the sport needs people to come in, and no share's too big, no share's too small. You know, we're trying to accommodate everybody, and yeah, we've got a lot of new people in him, and looks like they're going to have a bit of fun with him.
Bathurst Carnival kicks off next Wednesday. Robbie, Lucky Lodge, the representation?
Yeah, it's I thought last week was strong, but yeah, it's going to get busier. Yeah, we've got to go. I think we've got 4 or 5 fillies for the Tiara, probably 5 or 6 3-year-olds for the 3-year-old series, and then probably 4 or 5 colts. So yeah, we've got plenty to look forward to. We've got a filly trialling today, I Can Try, who's related to I Can Fly and I Can Run, and then fillies bred by Alex Smith and Russell Woods. We've got a couple of nice colts. Pete's on a mission trials today. Dangerous Threats and American Spirit, they're in third in the Sapling Stakes on Saturday night. So there's a couple of nice fillies there. We've obviously been supported by Alex and Russell Smith. They've got a couple of others, and Mark and Christy Barton have got a nice little filly that races pretty good too. So we've got plenty of nice horses, and we're looking forward to getting there.
Always an exciting time of year when all the newcomers start to emerge.
Yeah, that's it. You know, the way the industry's going at the moment, and without having a shot at the rating system, it's hard now. We've got to concentrate more on babies because, you know, our model of our business doesn't really rely on keeping horses till they're 8, 9 and 10, which what the rating system allows for. So we've sort of been pretty heavily invested in the yearlings the last couple of years and done it again this year, and there's a yearling sale on this Sunday at Gold Coast, and there's another one the following at Melbourne, and then another one at Bathurst. So I think we ended up with 8 on Sunday. So we've replenished our 2-year-olds, and hopefully the next year's 2-year-olds can do just as good a job.
Well, Robert, good luck on Saturday night, and no doubt they'll know Lucky Lodges there come Bathurst Gold Crown time.
No worries, thank you.